GetLowered, thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. So let's take a look at the Indian Chief, the 2023. Now that I think Harley missed the mark with the Street Bob. Of course, the Street Bob will now cost you $16,600 plus all the fees before, of course, before taxes, registration, dealer fees, markups. Before all of that, of course, you're looking at over 17,000. I made a video on it, over 17,000 for this. Now, man, this is supposed to be your entry level 114 big V twin, so it is just a huge disappointment. But of course, with this price change, now we have, of course, the Indian Chief. This might, this might cut into Harley sales in 2023 because their base model big V twin 111, that's still 15,000 bucks. Now, if you were to get ABS and a white smoke, a white sand pearl color, of course, which is the color of the 2023 Lowrider S and the STs, of course, your Road Glide, your Sport Glide, your Street Glide STs, which is the Sport Touring. You're still paying $200 less than you would with the Street Bob 114 Vivid Black, of course, not the color option, Vivid Black. Once you put in the color option, now you're north of $17,000 before all the fees, freight, surcharge, all that good stuff. Now, this is a good looking bike, okay? I test rode this multiple times. I'm a fan of the way it feels, the way it sounds. It's got a single pin crank, of course. It's got push rods, air cooled, everything made here in the United States, of course. Man, this is a good looking bike. It's got the chopped fender in the rear. This is basically a bobber, but you get, of course, like I mentioned, if you get the ABS option, you get ABS, you get a better set of looking wheels, of course. I'm a huge fan of the way these look compared to this one. Not a big fan. And you also get a 4-gallon tank on this, which is, it just gives you a little bit more range. A lot of people like the rear suspension on this. I can't really, feel the difference. I guess I just got to have some more, some more saddle time on this one. And you get LEDs all the way around. If I remember correctly, I believe these are LEDs, signal lights. You still don't get LEDs with the with the Street Bob. A $17,000 bike, you still get halogen bulbs on most of the Softails, even the touring models, I believe. Even the El Diablo Icon bike, you still get halogen bulbs, which is still hilarious to me. We're in 2023. You also get riding modes on this. That's a standard ride modes, which is, man, it just changes the feel of the bike. You have 3 ride modes, of course. Rain or touring, standard, and you also get sport mode. Man, this thing feels really aggressive in sport mode. Like I said, I've test rated it multiple times. I really enjoyed it in the Chieftain. The 116, of course, that's just a little bit more displacement, but I'm just talking about overall feel, rawness, bobber style, of course, chop fender, everything. It's got a little bit more style with these wheels. I guess the only con about the Indian would just be the aftermarket support. But if you're going for a bobber style bike, you don't really care for all of that stuff. You're not planning on putting a fairing, a windshield. You do have those options, of course, with the Chief, but you're not looking to modify it in that sense, since you're looking for, like a lot of the people that have commented on my Street Bob videos. You get a Street Bob, you want a bobber, you want bare bones, minimal style, big V twin motorcycle, and that's what this is. This is it, without the price tag of a Harley-Davidson, of course. So a lot of you guys don't care for ABS. Man, now you're saving yourself almost 2,000 bucks, and I mean, you're not taking a hit overall in the performance. Of course, this is 101 or something, 101 foot-pounds, 108 foot-pounds of torque. You're giving up, what is that, 4 pounds of torque. Here, let's go look at the performance on It's 119. So you're giving up 10 foot-pounds of torque for what is that, 2,000 bucks. Not a big difference, not a big deal. I do have the Chief Dark Horse right here, and let's just look at it real quick. For 17.5, what do you get? You get 120 foot-pounds of torque, which is of course 10 more than 10 more than the 111, and you get a speedo, a touchscreen infotainment system right here. So you get a 4-inch powered by Ride Command touch GPS. It connects to your phone. So I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? You guys believe the Indian Chief is going to take over the entry level big V-twin market? I don't know. I really, man, I would really consider this bike with the new Street Bob price. And even though, like I said, the cons is just the aftermarket and maybe the dealer network, dealer support, of course, that might be a con depending where you live. If you're renting your bike, if you have a prepaid maintenance plan, that could be something that you want. That's those are the only cons in my opinion. I'm rambling. You guys stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.